stop closing the bathroom door on your cat. I know that sounds weird, but if you do that, you might actually be stressing your cat out more than you think. And by the end of this video, you'll completely understand why, and you'll never look at your cat the same way again. Your cat follows you everywhere: the kitchen, the bedroom, the couch. But the one place that confuses every single cat owner is the bathroom. You sit down, and suddenly, there they are, staring at you, pawing at the door if you locked it, maybe even meowing like something terrible is happening. It feels weird, it feels funny. Most people just laugh it off and post it online, but there's actually a real reason behind this behavior, and it goes way deeper than you probably think. It has to do with how cats see you, how they feel, and some fascinating things about the way their brains work. So let's get into it. Here's the thing about cats that most people get wrong. People think cats are independent, like they don't really need you, like they're just tolerating your presence in their house. And sure, cats are way more self-sufficient than dogs. But that doesn't mean they don't form deep attachments to their owners. They do. And one of the biggest signs of that attachment, following you into the bathroom. Most people don't realize that this isn't random behavior. It's not just curiosity. It's your cat communicating something to you. And if you don't understand what it's saying, you might actually be making things worse without knowing it. So let's start with the most basic reason: territory. Cats are territorial animals. Their whole world is the space they live in. Every room, every corner, every smell, it all matters to them. And you are the most important part of that territory. You are, to your cat, kind of like the leader of their little world. When you go into a room and close the door, you're basically cutting them off from their territory and from you at the same time. That's two things at once that stress a cat out. So them scratching and meowing at the door isn't them being dramatic. It's them saying, "Hey, why are you blocking me from my own space?" Now here's where it gets really interesting. Cats are also creatures that feel very vulnerable in certain situations. And believe it or not, so are you when you're in the bathroom. Cats are naturally wired to watch out for each other in vulnerable moments. In the wild, animals are most at risk when they're distracted or still. Your cat following you to the bathroom might literally be them watching your back. They're not being weird. They're being protective. That's actually a pretty big deal when you think about it. Your cat cares enough about you to sit there and make sure nothing gets you while you're doing your thing. Another big reason is routine. Cats love routine more than almost anything. They pay close attention to your patterns. When you move, they notice. When you go somewhere, they want to know what's happening. The bathroom is part of your daily routine, and your cat has figured that out. To them, following you is just keeping up with the schedule. There's also something called social referencing. It's a behavior where animals, including cats, look at a trusted companion to figure out how to feel about a situation. Your cat watches you constantly. Where you go, what you do, how you react to things. You're basically their emotional anchor, and they don't want to lose sight of you. Now here's something a lot of people don't think about. Cats actually get bored. And the bathroom, weirdly, is kind of an exciting place for a cat. There are smells, soap, shampoo, toothpaste. There are sounds, water running, things moving around. There are textures, cool tiles, rugs, cabinets to sniff. It's basically a sensory playground for them. So some cats follow you in just because it's genuinely interesting in there. They're not attached to you in that moment, they're just nosy. And that's completely normal cat behavior. Curiosity is one of the core things that drives cats. They want to investigate everything, especially small enclosed spaces with new smells. But here's the layer that ties all of this together: attention. You know what happens when your cat follows you into the bathroom and you're just sitting there? You talk to them, you pet them, you laugh at them, you pull out your phone and film them. And your cat has learned that following you in there gets a reaction. Cats are smarter than people give them credit for. If your cat figured out that bathroom equals attention from you, then they're going to keep doing it. Not because they're confused, but because it works. You accidentally trained your cat to follow you in there. Which honestly is kind of hilarious if you think about it. They played you, and you didn't even notice. So now, here's the most important part. What does it actually mean when your cat follows you to the bathroom and you close the door and they go crazy? That behavior, the meowing, the pawing, the throwing themselves against the door, that is your cat experiencing real stress. Not fake stress. Not dramatic cat behavior. Actual anxiety. Cats that are very bonded to their owners can develop something called separation anxiety. Yes, cats can have separation anxiety. It's not just a dog thing. And while bathroom separation is pretty minor, if your cat reacts intensely every single time you close a door on them, that's a sign that their attachment to you might be causing them some emotional stress. This matters because a lot of owners think it's cute when their cat freaks out at a closed door, and sometimes it is cute. But if it's happening every time, and your cat seems genuinely distressed, not just a little whiny, you might want to look into ways to help them feel more secure even when they can't see you. And there's another side to this that almost nobody talks about. Some cats don't just follow you to the bathroom, they follow you everywhere, all day long, like a shadow. If that sounds familiar, Your cat might have what's called Velcro cat syndrome. It's not an official diagnosis, but it's a very real pattern that a lot of owners deal with. Velcro cats are cats that are so bonded to one person that they can't really function well when that person isn't around. They sleep on you, follow you room to room, sit outside the bathroom door, wait for you by the front door. It sounds sweet, and it is, but it can also be a sign that the cat needs more independence, not less. The tricky part is that most owners make it worse without realizing. Every time your cat follows you and you give them attention, you're reinforcing the behavior. Every time they meow at the door and you open it, you're teaching them that meowing opens doors. You're basically training a cat that needs you more to need you even more. That doesn't mean you should ignore your cat. It just means there's a balance. You want your cat to feel safe and loved, but also to feel okay when you're not right next to them. That's actually a sign of a healthy, confident cat. A cat that can chill on their own and also be happy to see you when you come back. That's the goal. One thing that really helps is giving your cat what behaviorists call environmental enrichment. That's just a fancy way of saying, make their world more interesting. Window perches where they can watch birds or the street. Puzzle feeders so mealtime takes more mental effort. Hiding spots where they can retreat and feel safe on their own terms. When a cat has enough going on in their environment, they're less dependent on you for all of their stimulation. They start to find entertainment and comfort in their space, not just in your presence. And ironically, cats that are more enriched tend to be more affectionate, not because they need you, but because they genuinely want to be with you. There's also something worth mentioning about multi-cat households. If you have more than one cat and only one of them follows you everywhere, that tells you something. It means that one cat has a stronger attachment to you specifically, or possibly a weaker bond with the other cats in the house. Cats don't always get along just because they live together. A cat that doesn't have a solid bond with the other animals in the house will lean harder on you. You become their main social connection. So in that case, the bathroom following isn't just about you. It's also about the fact that you're the only relationship in the house that feels safe to them. That's something to pay attention to. So to wrap it all up, your cat follows you to the bathroom because of a mix of things: territorial instinct, protective behavior, routine, curiosity, and at least partly because you accidentally trained them to do it by giving them attention every time they show up. None of these reasons are bad. They all point to the same thing. Your cat is attached to you. Your cat sees you as a safe person. Your cat wants to be near you, and the bathroom is just one of the places where that shows up in an obvious way. Instead of finding it annoying, maybe just appreciate it a little. Your cat literally follows you into the most private part of your home because they trust you that much. That's not weird. That's actually one of the highest forms of trust a cat can show you. So next time your cat sits on the bathroom mat and stares at you with zero shame, just remember, they're not being strange, they're being loyal. In the most cat way possible. The bottom line is this: your cat following you to the bathroom is not a problem. It's not something you need to fix or feel embarrassed about. It's one of the clearest signs that your cat actually feels safe with you. And for an animal that's wired to be on guard all the time, choosing to be vulnerable around you in a small room, with the door closed, with nowhere to hide, that means a lot. So the next time someone laughs at you for having a cat that won't leave you alone, just tell them, "My cat trusts me with their life." Because honestly, that's exactly what's happening. Cats don't fake affection. They don't follow you around to be polite. If your cat is there, it's because they want to be. And that's actually one of the best things a cat can give you.